310079. Can we just go column through column and explain what we're looking at?
Yes, the first column normally is just an assigned number, just like a line item number for the report, because again, this is an excerpt. There could be thousands and thousands of line items when you're looking at the entire timeline. So the far left-hand column is just a line item number, followed by again, the data category for whatever data you're looking at. In this case, there's a couple listed as application usage and then location data.
Let's talk about the column that has dates and times, and can you explain to us what UTC -5 means?
Yes. Another column, again, we're looking this at a timeline, so we want to know dates and times. So we'll include the date and time of the data that was recorded onto the phone. And this report was adjusted for our local Eastern Standard Time here in Orlando, Florida, so UTC -5.
And going up to the top line there, 31075, that indicates that there is a start time for the application com.apple.camera, and then going back to our original one, 31079, that's the end time. Can you tell us what that means?
Yes, so Apple is very good about recording activity on the directly from your device. When you open up a certain application, such as the camera, Apple is making note that you, in this case, it's indicating a start time. So you opened up your camera at 10:21:36 p.m. And then you stopped using it, maybe closed it out, or stopped recording at 10:21:38 p.m.
And in this portion of the PDF timeline, there does not appear to have been any videos or photographs captured while the camera was open. Is that accurate?
Based on that excerpt, I don't see a recorded media file.
All right. In the surrounding entries, can we just talk about what I would unfairly probably call spam of locations? What is going on there?
Again, if there's usage, application usage, or you're just in a really good location, or your device is just set to record locations wherever you are, your phone is also recording that data as well. And in some cases, like, again, your phone, if you have it set for your camera to record your location when you take a picture, again, like when you reopen that picture, it'll show you, hey, you were located at 2500 West Colonial Drive. That's that data that's being recorded in the background while you're using that application that it might have that permission to record that data.
Can we just go column by column through the first entry here, 16498? What does instant messages mean?
That's referencing text messages.
Second column, outgoing. Does that indicate there's an outgoing communication?
Yes, it'll reflect outgoing or incoming depending on the recipient or sender.
The next column, there's a 1. What does that mean?
That just might be like one entry, one message. I don't see the header for the columns. That one I'm not sure of.
All right, and the date and time we've already explained. Let's talk about the from, paren owner, and then the participants. What does this all mean?
So the from section, again, if we're looking at the first row of data, it's indicative that it's a text message because the sender, it's listing the phone number being used to send that message. And then for iPhone devices specifically, if you're communicating with another Apple device, it may also list the phone number as well as your backup, which is your Apple ID. So if it can't transmit that message through your phone number, it might default to your iCloud account. And in this case, it's listing both.
All right, and if, for instance, the outgoing recipient or the incoming sender of the text message is in the contacts, would it show up with the person's name, such as Wancho?
Yes, our software will display your contact name as how you save it.
And if there's no contact name, it would just show the phone number?
Phone number or, again, Apple, your iCloud account.
Videos, 16499, capture time, what does that indicate?
So that is when the video, in this case, it looks like a video is captured on the device.
Let's specifically talk about entry 16520. Again, we've discussed that's an instant message and it's incoming rather than outgoing. So that means it came to this phone device.
Yes.
And over to the right of the date and time, which would have been 6:07 p.m. 30 seconds on Christmas 2019, it indicates that it's from a contact named Mo. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Then the contents speak for itself. Going down to 16522, an outgoing instant message at 11:31 p.m. 57 seconds on Christmas 2019. What is the content of that communication?
The content of the message is hide and seek, I shall.
Turning down to 17167, it's an instant message that indicates it's outgoing from this device on January 13th, 2020, 5:01 p.m. 41 seconds, and it's from what is paren owner. Does that mean it's from the device?
Yes.
What's the content of that text message?
Sorry, what was the line item number?
17167.
And bless you and all of you too, I'll get rid of him.
Then the next three are also outgoing messages. What do they indicate as far as content?
Starting with 17168, then I'll be better, followed by 17169, ugh, and 17170, Torres.
Turning now to entry 31103, which is on page 49 of the 59-page PDF. Again, it looks like what we talked about before, the com.camera application gets opened up to be used at 11:12 p.m. 40 seconds. Is that what this data reflects?
Yes.
And then at entry 31107, a video that ends up being captured as IMG_1062.MOV begins at 11:12 p.m. 45 seconds on February 23rd, 2020. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And then there does not seem to be any intervening closing of the camera application before we get to 31113.
In that portion, I don't see that information.
And then at 11:23 p.m. 03 seconds on February 23rd, 2020, in entry 31113, a second movie is generated by this device labeled IMG_1063.MOV.
Yes.
I'm going to continue publishing on this exhibit.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah,
For everything you've done to me. Stupid.
Sarah,
That's my name. Don't wear it on.
Sarah, 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 I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
That's on you.
Sarah,
Real or ransom. Might want to give it for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah,
Real or ransom.
Sarah, Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you cheat on me. Shut the fuck up.
For the record, that was img_1062.mov, now publishing 1063, same respective file name.
Sarah,
No other questions of this witness?
Any cross-examination?
And there you have it, the jury listening to that 2-minute plus video of Jorge Torres inside of that suitcase, and then another one from 11 minutes later that's just 20 seconds.
And this is, video that we've seen 1,000 times over the last few years, but the jury is seeing it for the first time because in the opening statements, the judge said you're not bringing in any exhibits until they've been entered into evidence. So this is it. This is the first time this jury has seen this video, and it's the case, right? This is it.
Right. We, of course, had to mute some of that profanity because she was hurling some words at him while she was taunting him, it seemed, in this video. Let's bring in our guest to discuss. Joining us now from Atlanta, Georgia, trial attorney Jessica Ehrlich. Jessica, this is the moment inside of the courtroom where the key evidence is played for this jury. What do you do with this on cross?
I mean, this is absolutely chilling. I think, it's very difficult to handle from a cross perspective because it's obviously just sitting there with the jury in their ears, in their minds, in their eyes. How do you deflect from that and also try to cast any sort of doubt as to what they're looking at and to put it into a larger perspective? Because this is really shocking. It seems very inhumane. So is there any way in terms of what their defense is that this can fit into a larger perspective of what the relationship was, what any abuse happened that, led her to behave this way? It's incredibly difficult. I mean, this is, one of those things that a jury is not going to soon forget.
Yeah. And, this argument that she thought maybe he was acting and he wasn't really in distress. It's her responses that's so, yeah. I mean, she's not saying, oh, you're faking it, you're fine. She's saying, blank you, blank, all the horrible words in a very aggressive and demented manner. I don't know how you get over